This is the stability chest press. You just want to sit on the stability ball with your weights handy. You roll yourself forward to the point where you can actually rest your head on the ball, and you want to make sure you keep your hips up. So grab the weights, rock yourself forward. I can have my hips up, I can rest my head on the ball, and then we're just pressing straight up and drop it right back down until those elbows are about 90 degrees, and press again. You have 12 reps, just like that. And then relax, so from the side. Weights, hips, head, press. By 12. And this is the bent over row. So again, it's all about that starting position. You want to make sure that you have a proper hip hinge. If you haven't done a hip hinge before, it's all about keeping the low back, that lumbar curve, nice and tight right there. The easiest way to do that, I find. Just put your hand right at the low back, bend at the hips, and you're going to keep that same curve, that same tension the entire time right there. Right before you start to get that stretch in the hamstrings is where you want to be. So you're going to be right there. Those elbows are just going to come straight up, and you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades at the top. So with the weights, it just looks the exact same. You want to hip hinge, keep that nice lumbar curve. The weights are hanging straight down. I'm just going to pull the elbows to the ceiling and squeeze the back and drop it down. So notice here that it's all in the back. I'm not curling the weights. The elbows go straight to the ceiling, squeeze the shoulder blades, relax it all the way down. By 12 reps. And this is the oblique plank that I was talking about. So again, this is all about the progression as much as anything. You've probably done planks before. But so you want to, again, we're working the bottom side obliques here. You want that elbow on the ground, shoulder directly over the elbow, and then we're just going to lift those hips up and hold. Now this may be a lot on the shoulder, especially after the rows and the chest press we just did, so you can do a couple of things. You can put this hand on the ground, still focusing on the bottom side obliques. To make it a little bit tougher, you put the hand on the hip. To make it a little bit tougher, you put the hand in the sky. Now right now my feet are stacked, one on top of the other. If you need to make it easier, you can scoot one foot forward, so now my top foot is in front. If you need to make it more difficult, you stack those feet back. Now the lowest progression that you might want to see in later sets of this, since we're going to be doing 5 rounds, is instead of being here with both knees lifted, you can just drop that bottom knee to the ground and put that top leg right behind you. I'm still feeling it in the bottom side obliques right now. That shoulder's over the elbow, and you still have those hands to help you ground, hip, sky, and you're holding it for 45 seconds each side, remember. Hey everybody, so real quick, I posted 3 exercises, stability ball chest press, bent over row, and oblique plank. Real simple exercises. Just wanted to let everybody know that I mean for these to be done in a treadmill interval style. So I usually go treadmill for 5 minutes at a pretty high intensity, to the point where after the 5 minutes, my heart rate is around 170 to 180. And then I immediately go into my chest press. I try and knock out those 3 exercises as quickly as possible, then take a brief break and go right back to the treadmill. I try and do 5 rounds like that. I usually get through about 3 before it starts to get pretty taxing. So maybe before those first 2, I'll take a little extended break, grab some water, towel off, let my heart rate come down, that kind of thing. But I just wanted you guys to kind of know what my thought process was with those 3 exercises.